Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to Made in Abyss. It is episode 11 and well, a lot has happened in the last episode, as you know. It changed a lot from lightened mood to utter darkness. However, as always, if you want to see my reaction for this episode, and there is a lot I had to react to this time, I can as always just tell you to go down in my description links. You will find a link there to episode 11. And as always, please remove the circumflex dots, replace them with dots, watch and enjoy. Once you've done, please come back to hear me out what I thought about the episode. So, for those of you who came back, welcome back. There was a hell of a lot in this episode. I mean, I think I never wrote down so much in for an episode of Made in Abyss. There's a lot of open information which was talked about in the episode, but there's also a lot of like hints, like possibilities. I mean, those are nearly endlessly right now. So let's go through, right? So first thing about Nanachi, she seems to be a very capable craftsman when it comes to medicine, to healing, and stuff like that, chirurgy even. So she is able to work on an open wound to try to mend the nerves, to remove splintered bones, to saw the wound together with the needle and everything. So there was something that she definitely learned in the past and is very capable of doing. That really stood out. And was done very fast and very efficiently. So there is a past where she learned that, definitely. It's not really clear how old she is, so Rek asked her and she didn't answer. She looks a little bit like a child, but she definitely isn't. In the flashback, which we've seen from her, with this guy in the black helmet with the purple line in the middle, who, as it seems, is or was a white whistle. She was shown and seemed a lot younger. There she looked more like a child, you know. But there's no telling how old this is, how long ago this is. Well, but she did follow the two of Rek and Rico before, so she followed them more near the moment that they entered this layer, the fourth layer, which means, as was pointed out by Rek, that she could have helped them from the beginning, or at least during the fight, but she didn't. She could have even intervened, in my opinion, before he broke her arm. So this is something that is a little bit harsh there, but she chose to not do it. So she wants to be secluded. She wants to avoid others, as it seems a little bit out of fear that she would be captured and everything. And what changed her mind was the fact that Rek was crying so much for Rico. So that there was, in my opinion, that there was true feelings, you know? That is something that she, that touched her, I guess. So that's why she then intervened, and went in and tried to help, at least. What she pointed out is that, as it seems, Rico, although being in pain and everything, wanted to have her arm cut off below the elbow, out of the simple fact that she still then can use her arm more neither completely. While when you cut it at the elbow, which makes more sense, as it seems, out of medical reasons, you don't have to break a bone and everything. It would be easier, but you couldn't use this arm as much anymore, which I can see. But in her opinion, it shows the determination of Rico to even then press on into the abyss. And she stated that she's a remarkable woman, which is, well, that's a praise. You can take that. Then we met Mitty. Mitty is not clear for me. So when you go back up from the 6th layer, your humanity gets dissolved. You get you get more neither completely taken out of context, completely destroyed. So Mitty was someone or something that wanted to go up from layer 6, and by doing so it turned into this piece of fur, flesh, I guess flesh, and eye, and it's just like a mass of the rest of something, with not much sense anymore, as it seems, so not much intellect anymore, but it at least can feel comfort, which is an important thing. So that's why she is still caring about it. I'm not sure. I guess maybe Nanachi knows who Mitty was before. Maybe she knew him or her before. I guess Mitty was another cave raider before in the past, and came back and then turned into what Mitty now is. It might be that Mitty even is someone who we know from the past. It might very well as well be Lyza, So no clue there. I'm not sure about Nanachi. She said she was in the 6th layer as well, and came back. Question there is, would that mean that she went to the 6th layer as human and came back as what she is now? Or was she already what she is now when she went there and came back? That's not really clear. So I guess we will pretty much learn about that, I guess, in the next 2 episodes. She definitely realized Lyza's white whistle. I am not sure if she realized it as being Lyza's whistle, but she knew the white whistles by themselves. So maybe it reminded her of her partner. But she said, well, I looked right. I guess she knows the whistle from Lyza. I'm pretty sure she knows Lyza as well. I mean, Lyza passed through there multiple times, so I guess they know each other. That's that. Then she asked for the ingredients to help. That was interesting. So she only needed the shrooms to draw out the dead flesh, to inject more neither medicine, something like a drug, to get your system running stronger again. So that's what she needed those mushrooms for, those shrooms for, which is a clever thing by nature, which would completely work. It's a very nice idea. The other stuff she just needed for food, which is okay. In the back of her house, however, when Rek went out, is a really large field, a huge field of those flowers of fortitude, which we know are very important to Lyza, which she likes a lot. And in this field, it looked like gravestones. So possibly those of the others where the whistles are at her wall. I'm not sure. Maybe she was part of a group that went down and was more neither the only one that survived, and all the others are buried there now. Or it are other raiders that came back very likely from the layers further down, and then died due to the effects of walking upwards. And she buried them and kept their whistles. However, that means that, well, that would make her like the grave digger and comforter of those who return, which is a tough thing to be. Not sure there. Not sure. Maybe we'll learn. Maybe as well she was even a member of the group of Lyza who went down. I remember it were about a dozen, it was said, and back came only 2. So that maybe Lyza and Ozen went further up and she left, or was left, don't know. But I guess it is another group, very likely. However, these the gravestones, the flowers of fortitude, caused like a reminiscence in Rek. So he remembered something, and it's very clear that he was with Lyza. He was at the grave where the blaze reap is put in, or was put in place. Which is interesting. So he has seen the blaze reap being there. We know that Ozen had the blaze reap later on. What does this mean? Did Ozen went down herself and got the blaze reap and that's it? Or was maybe Rek bringing the blaze reap to Ozen and she didn't mention it, which I don't think would be. What is this amulet with this blue stone inside? Or it's a blue amulet with more neither a stone inside. I'm not sure about that one. It's strange as well. So there are a lot of hints right now, which out of context at the moment do not make a lot of sense. It seems as though Rek was either sent upwards or by himself did go upwards, I guess, to find Rico. But it's very small pieces they throw at us right now, so it's very hard to guess. What I realized, because I just have the picture here, is that, however, Nanachi, with her helmet, has those like blue eyes at the side, which remind me a little bit of the concept of Rek's helmet with the additional eye, but it might be just, you know, for arts that it looks good. And a little bit reminds me, the bunny ears of Nanachi remind, sticking out of the helmet, a little bit of the helmet of Lyza as well. So there's a lot of possibilities here, and I cannot point at any of those because they are all just that, possibilities. Which in the end brings us to Mitty right now, which ended the whole episode by crouching upon Rico and looking at her. It might be that Mitty realize who it is, maybe not, maybe just seeking warmth and comfort. We don't know. I guess we will see in the next episode. But there was a huge amount of information in this. Seeing that the next episode is named that it is a truce about the curse, it is very, very likely to be really interesting. Because right now the curse is not clear. It is just a curse, but if there's like a greater sense to it, that would be interesting to learn about. And seeing that Nanachi can see the curse, I guess it is her who will tell us about it. Hopefully. So, this is it for this time. I hope you liked. I did. I hope that Rico will get better, will wake up very likely in the next episode, and hopefully her arm will be at least more neither in function, her hand. That would be very nice to have. So this is it for this time. As always, please like, comment and subscribe. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.